This is the June 2025 question number 3. With reference to the marine insurance, write short notes on the following: the port of refuge, particular average and general average, and the part C would be the total loss and the constructive loss. Now, with reference to marine insurance, they have asked us write short notes on the following and comprising of 4 marks each. So the port of refuge is an unscheduled port that a vessel enters due to an emergency such as adverse weather, mechanical failure, or cargo shift, which threatens the safety of the vessel or the crew. Like in case of the vessel which sunk, the Elsa 3, had it got the stability to come to the port of Isingam or Cochin, the port of Isingam or Cochin would have been called as port of refuge because there was a mechanical failure, and of course the weather was adverse and the vessel had lost the balance. So they had a valid reason to go to the port of refuge, and the port of refuge had no intention or rights to refuse the vessel to come and berth. They had to provide a berth to the vessel. So marine insurance policies usually cover additional expenses incurred due to such deviations. Now, in case of such deviation, the charterer may not pay, but the marine insurance is liable to cover these additional expenses. The deviation must be justifiable and necessary for the safety of the voyage. Insurers are notified, and the change does not invalidate the policy as long as the deviation is lawful. So the deviation needs to be lawful and the insurer needs to be kept informed. Now coming to the part B, which is the particular as well as the general average. Now let's go to particular average. This is a partial loss or a damage of a ship or a cargo borne only by the owner of the damaged property. Example, cargo damage by seawater due to rough weather. This we have seen in bulk carriers. There is a seawater ingress where your hatch covers do not hold, and there is substantial loss of the cargo because of the seawater ingress. So this is a particular average loss and has to be borne by the ship owner and not shared among the stakeholders. Now let us say in case of containers, if a vessel has say 1,000 number of containers and 2 containers are falling apart or they fall overboard, so that has to be borne by the owner of the vessel in this case. General average, 3 things are very important. In general average, there has to be a voluntary sacrifice or expenditure being made to safeguard the vessel and cargo from a common peril, and also the loss is shared proportionally among the parties, basically the ship owners, the cargo owners, and of the port authority if they are involved. Example, if we jettison the cargo to refloat a grounded vessel. So in that case, extraordinary sacrifice is being carried out to save the vessel, safeguard the vessel, and also to prevent the pollution to that local area. Now, the total as well as the constructive loss occurs when insured property is completely destroyed or when it is irrecoverable. So there can be actual total loss, ship sinks or the cargo is completely destroyed, or the part 2 is the total loss of the voyage due to events rendering completion impossible. Constructive total loss happens when the cost of recovery or the repair exceeds the value of the ship or cargo. The insured may abandon the subject matter to the insurer and claim a total loss. So in this case, the example being given is a ship stranded in a remote area with repair cost exceeding the ship's value. So the marks can be put, like we say that 5 plus 5 plus 6 in each sections. The marks can be divided, and we had 3 sections here: the port of refuge, as I told you, and particular and general average is the second part, and total and constructive loss is the third part, which has been covered here.